I'm trying so y'all can see me. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Facebook. Say hi if you're coming on. Say hi. Comment hashtag replay if you're watching the replay so I can see how many people watch after I post this. I know it kind of looks dark here on YouTube. But anyways, give me 1 second here. Okay, there's my Cash App for YouTube. And here it is for Facebook, guys. All right, so there might be a problem here. Let me see. Okay, I do not see my star comment pinned. You guys might see it on your end, but I do not see it. When I do not see it, that means my comments are going to mess up and I won't be able to see comments. But what happens is I keep scrolling to the left to close my comments, and then I scroll back to the right and it refreshes it, and then comments will come up. So, and I'm going to pin the Cash App. You guys will see it pinned, but I won't. And I can tell it's pinned because if I click on it again, it'll say unpinned. But y'all will see it pinned, but I won't see it. Just like I don't even see the star comment in my comments. Oh, I got to scroll to the right to close out the comments and scroll back to the left. Okay. So give me 1 second, guys. Alrighty, so I'm going to try to put the Amazon wish list. There we go. Okay, I see the star comment, but it's not pinned. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Again, why does it do that every so often? When I can't, the star comment about you can send stars. When I don't see it on my end, that means the comments are going to be messed up. Can you say hi at least so I can see if I can refresh it? And then it'll come up. All right, guys, I'll be right there. All right, guys, sorry. I had to go I broke my nail, so I had to cut it off so it didn't get in the food. And I had to go get a foil. I forgot. Has bacon in it. And I forgot to thaw out my bacon. It was like 2:15. And I realized, so I had to take it out and I put it in a sink of water so it would thaw fast. But I knew it wasn't going to thaw in time for me to put it in the oven and cook it before I came live. So right now, I am putting the bacon. The oven is preheated though. So, and my phone keeps acting up because it's broken. My phone is not working. Well, it's working and not working. I will be honest. I got upset because my credit card people, and I hung up on them. They're making me mad. So I took off my headphones I had on, threw them and broke them. Anybody ever got a temper like that? Then I took the phone after I hung up on them and I threw my phone. So now it was going on and off, and when I clicked it off, it wouldn't come back on. So I had to use my iPad, but I can't answer the phone on my iPad. And when my phone rang, or my iPad showed somebody calling. If I'd answer it, it'd connect to my iPhone, but I couldn't hear, they couldn't hear me. So then finally I got it to come back on later at night, and it's been on since it was Wednesday, I think. But it sometimes flashes and it'll start flashing and screen will turn green, and I'll have to tap it with my finger to bring it back to normal. And it's got a big black dot on the bottom and a big black dot on the top right side and the bottom left side. The big dot from the bottom left side, the big black dot, I'll show it to you in a minute after I clean my hands from the bacon. That came from when my phone got dropped on my head. If y'all went to my GoFundMe and saw the picture that I used, you will see a scratch and a big bump on my head. Yep. See, I'll show you what it's doing. Oh, I hit the screen, so it came back to normal, but I'll show you again. But you see the big black dots on the top and the bottom. But the bottom one was from when the dogs jumped on the bed when I was laying on the bed one night. Ran into me, and I had my phone up like this looking at it, and the phone dropped out of my hand and landed right in the middle of my forehead, like right here, right above where my nose is. Yep. That hurt like crap, I'm telling you. I had a scratch there, not a major scratch, but then, yes, it was a little bump. You can barely see it, but you can see it in that picture. But, yep, and it hurt for at least a few days or a week or something. But, yes, it was major. So, yeah, it hurt for a little while. So, yeah. Like, every time I touch it or I forget, or if I went to brush my hair and I would touch it or something, and it would hurt. Yeah. But it's okay, but that was a few weeks ago. I mean, when you drop your phone from up and it hits your head, then I noticed in a little while, I was like, what's that black dot down there? That's probably because the phone was, if that black dot shows up, that means the phone was hit hard. So you can tell how hard it was hit on my head. Then the other black dot at the top came from. So I know I messed up and I should not have. My headphones were Beats and they were $200 and something that my son got me off of. He had an Amazon credit card. He ended up defaulting on it, but he got me those here, and I've had them for several years. But now I have to go get. Now Walmart has some headphones that go over the head like the Beats I had, but they're not Beats, and they're $20. I'll have to get those for temporary until I can afford more. They do have some Beats over the head headphones that are cheaper than $200, like $150 or $170. And at the Apple store, they have $200 Beats. But because I went to the Apple store, thought they would fix it for free, but because it has external damage all around the screen, the back is all cracked, and I have to pay $107. $107. That's less than the deductible if I ordered a new phone through the, when you lose your phone or your phone is damaged and you order a new phone. Oh, here it is, guys. Oh, missed it. I'm trying to show it to you guys what it was doing. Because when it first happened, I turned it off, it wouldn't come back on. I kept pressing the side button, touching the screen, nothing. Somebody tried to call me. And then somebody tried to call me Wednesday night. It was a lady from the billing department at the hospital, because it was the day before my surgery, which was yesterday. And I ended up calling back because I thought it might be her, but I didn't know she worked that late. But I had to call back. Once I got my phone on, I was able to call back and see who it was, and it was that lady. And yeah. So hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. I want to. I know. This is what puts me behind. I want to light my, I forgot what you call it. My incense. I dumped the old one. You know, they have little pieces that you stick on top. I'll show you. Facebook. See? My incense. Okay? And see if you can see it. See the smoke? Yeah. So that's it. Okay. So now let's put this bacon into the oven. Okay? It says 12 to 16, I think. I always start on the lowest time, which I know always after 12 I gotta put it in. So, my chicken, it's supposed to be shredded chicken, guys. Okay, there's no video. There is a picture of it, but there's no video, so I don't have to keep playing it. It's all written here. Chicken bubble biscuit bake. Oh, casserole. I didn't put casserole at the end. But yeah, put in chicken bubble biscuit bake casserole, or you can leave casserole off. It'll still come up because it did for me. And a couple of other things will come up, but just go down and you'll see it. Okay? It's also by Mama's Favorite Recipes. That's the name of the place. But it'll come up. It's on my Facebook Cooks. Okay? You can join that group. Look at Facebook and then Cooks with an S. You can look it up and join it. You can add your own recipes if you make your own recipes up. If you have a picture, if you have recipes written down, you can take a picture of it, post, share. If you find any on Facebook, see, there's my phone. Oh, it didn't do it. Every time I lift it up, I don't even touch the screen. I lift it up and it goes back to normal, but it's blinking green. But anyways, yes, join it. If you're not joining, you can find a lot of recipes on there. I've had that a couple of years. But anyways, I'll give you the ingredients. 3 cups of cooked chicken, chopped chicken or canned chicken, or you can use shredded if you want. I wouldn't be able to shred the chicken that well if it was cooked in the oven or fried in the pan or whatever. I've tried, it never does. But when it's done in the crock pot, I can shred it real good. So I put it in there this morning. It was partially frozen. I put it in the sink, but I only put it in there for less than an hour, and then I had to break it apart, and then I seasoned it, and then I put a can of, I seasoned it with whatever I wanted, which was garlic powder and onion powder, and I used lemon, pepper, and salt. So I didn't use regular pepper because lemon pepper has a lot of pepper. So I just used salt, lemon pepper, paprika. That was it. And then I poured a can, which is 1 3/4 cups of a can. The can is 1 3/4 cups. That's how much chicken broth, beef broth, whatever. That's how much is in a can. Okay? Because I've measured it. I put it in here. It says you should put about half a cup of liquid per pound of chicken. But now it's on warm. I'm going to turn it off because I think it's been done. So I'm going to put it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to move the phone. See what it's doing? It does that every so often. Well, it's been doing it a lot while I've been on live. See? YouTube, this is what my phone's been doing. Well, I don't know if you can see it. Probably didn't. It went off. Okay. So now, let's see what we start off with. The oven is to be preheated to 350. Lightly spray a 9x13 inch pan with cooking spray. Set aside. So, mine's on 375 for the bacon. Once the bacon's done, I will bring it back down to 350. Okay? So you can spray the pan now, set it aside, or you can spray it right before you're ready. Okay? Now we're going to combine chicken, soup, sour cream, 1 cup of grated cheese, ranch dressing mix, and bacon. So it is 3 cups of chopped chicken or shredded, whatever, or canned chicken. 2 cans cream of chicken. Now, if you don't have 2 cans, you only have 1 can, but you have a can of cream of mushroom, you can definitely do that. It's not going to hurt it. Or cream of cream of celery. There is cream of celery. You know, you don't always have to use cream of chicken. Now, you probably would want to because you're making chicken, but cream of mushroom works too. Let's see. Have 1, and it's just, I'm going to put just what this says because I'm not doubling it. 1.5 cups of sour cream. Okay? 1 cup of grated cheese. You can use shredded cheese. Grated cheese would be like grated more in the powder, I guess. I don't know. You shredded, grated, whatever. 2 tablespoons. Only 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing mix. Now, if you love ranch dressing mix and you want to add more than 2 tablespoons, so be it. If you want to add only 1 tablespoon, so be it. If you don't even want to add it, don't. Okay? You don't have to. Okay? 1/4 cup of cooked chopped bacon. 1 12-ounce can of refrigerated Grand's Junior biscuits. It says Junior biscuits. I don't know what Junior biscuits are. I did not find no Junior biscuits. So, we are having the regular. I don't think we're having any biscuits. Oh, man, guys. I just screwed up big time. Would you like to know what I did? I will tell you what I did. Okay, I'm making Sloppy Joe something stromboli. And it's going to be used with pizza crust. I need pizza crust to make that. So I'm making that Monday. Okay? I saw these in the store. I wanted to try them. I think we tried them once before. They're 6 swirls. They're cornbread swirls. So I wanted to try this, see how it tastes. If anybody's had cornbread swirls, let me know in the comments and let me know how they tasted. I might have had them once, but I forgot. And guess what? I didn't buy the biscuits. I got the pizza crust I needed, but I forgot to buy the biscuits. And I think I checked them off my list thinking I had them. At least I don't think I bought them. I'm double checking to see if I put them somewhere else. Look, babe, come here, please. So we got a problem. All righty. So I see my husband said hi. Let's close out and bring it back and see if anybody else is on here. We bought the pizza crust for my other recipe. I bought those cornbread twist things to try them out. I forgot the biscuits. But I think we checked them off because I thought I had them. So what am I going to do?
Ain't nothing to do.
You got to help me think of this as part of this recipe. What am I going to do?
We ain't had no money.
Guys, I'm in a lot of trouble right now. I'm supposed to be making you this bubble biscuit thing, and I don't have the biscuits. I have some frozen biscuits. You see, I have some Grand's frozen biscuits, but what is that going to do? They're frozen. All right, I already showed you Facebook. Here, can y'all see that? No, probably not. I can't see it through the screen either. Okay, stupid thing. Because I'm supposed to cut each biscuit into 4 pieces, toss with chicken mixture, top with remaining grated cheese, pour chicken mixture into a prepared pan, bake for 25 to 35 minutes. until bubbly and biscuits are golden brown. So I'm supposed to mix the chicken, soup, sour cream, 1 cup of grated cheese, which I'm going to bring a big handful, and just ranch dressing mix and bacon. Mix it all up. And then cut the biscuits into 4 pieces, toss them with the chicken mixture, top it with the remaining grated cheese, and pour the chicken mixture into the prepared pan. Now, it says top it with the remaining cheese, which here it says an extra cup of grated cheese. After 1 cup that gets mixed in, it says an extra cup. And here it says top the remaining with a cup of cheese. Now, if I top it and then dump it into the casserole dish, the cheese is all going to be on the bottom and it's going to all mess up. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put that the last bit of cheese on top. I'm going to, after I get the cheese mixed up, the biscuits mixed up and everything, I'm going to dump it into the casserole dish. Then I'll top it with the extra cup of cheese. Then I'll just sprinkle some cheese on top. Okay, guys? That's how I'm going to do it. So if you mix everything, including the cup of cheese and the biscuits and the bacon and all the stuff it tells you, then you dump it into the sprayed casserole dish, then top it with the last part of the cheese on top, and then bake it. Okay? Because if you put it in the bowl on top, it's all going to flip over and most of the cheese will be on the bottom. Okay? So, and it says, yes, preheat your oven to 350 and lightly spray your 9 by 13 inch pan or foil pan, it don't matter, and then mix everything. So you will be mixing 3 cups of cooked chicken, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 1.5 cups of sour cream, 1 cup of grated cheese, more or less, depending how you like cheese, that's up to you. 2 tablespoons of ranch dressing mix, more or less, depending what you like. 1/4 cups of cooked chopped bacon. Well, I cooked a whole pack, so it might be more than 1/4 cup. You can add more or less bacon, it's up to you. 1 12-ounce can of refrigerated Grand's Junior biscuits. I don't know what Junior biscuits are, so you can just get the regular biscuits. The regular, Grand's biscuits. Okay? And you're going to mix all that together, all the way up to the bacon. And then after you mix all that, then you're going to cut the biscuits into 4 pieces, toss them, and then put it in your casserole dish, and then top it with the last cup of cheese, or however much cheese. I really don't measure it. I just sprinkle it on top till I got it all over the top. All right, so 350 and 25 to 35 minutes. So I'm going to start at 25, and if the cheese is lightly browned or it's bubbling, then I'm going to go with that. All right, so that went off. I always put it for 12 minutes, and it's never ready. Yes, it needs a few more minutes. But what happens is, every time I say a few more minutes, I always forget about it. And then the edges get all burnt. But I'll be careful this time. Okay, just a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go with like 3 minutes, and then we'll see. Maybe if that beeps, it'll remind me. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is, hold on, guys, and we are going to try this trick. 12-ounce can. I think it's 8 biscuits. Okay, guys? Because let me see what these cans are. This cornbread swirls is 11 ounces. The pizza dough is a 13.8, but I think the Grand's biscuits is a 12 ounce, and that usually is 8 biscuits. So I am going to get a plate. Actually, I'm taking out 2 plates. One will be for the bacon, which I'm going to put paper towel on it in just a second, and one will be for the biscuits. I'm going to lay them on there and cut them up on there and then mix them in the bowl. Okay, and as soon as I take out the biscuits, 4, 6, 8. So I got 8. These are supposed to seal, but I messed it up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my hardest I'm not too sure it's going to work, but I'm going to try. And if I can't get it, I'll have my husband do it because I can't lift much and do much. I had my surgery yesterday, guys, and I will explain this while I'm trying to cut the biscuits. I said on Wednesday I was making one last ditch effort to try to get money to my GoFundMe. Well, I didn't get anything except for $20 from a friend of mine. Well, they called me Wednesday and they wanted the $364. I did not have it. I told them I could probably squeeze out $100. That was the last of the 100 I had. It was for some bills. Those bills are not getting paid because of that. My husband needs $50 to go to the specialist next Wednesday, which is the day his money comes in, but it doesn't come in until night. I have a second credit card, just a second one, that needs to be paid on the 19th, but that's before payday. And I don't want that late because they'll charge me a fee. I've got to pay $74.57, something like that, to my insurance, to my health insurance, and then to Cigna, which is my for my teeth, eyes, and my hearing, which I got to set up a hearing appointment. And it's got to be taken care of by the end of the month for September, or I'm going to lose it. I've already lost Cigna once, and I had to repay them. I was 2 months behind. They let me reactivate it, but I had to pay the 2 months plus the next upcoming month. So that's 3 months. I can't do that again. Okay. So I'm going to leave the GoFundMe up. I may share it one more time and ask him. So I only paid $100. So now my monthly payments are going to be $94 until I reach $940, which is going to take 10 months. They're doing 10 months. But it's going to be very hard to pay the $94 because sometimes my budget is over or maxed out. So how am I going to add $94 more dollars? Even if I only take out like 45 and 45, still. So if I could get some donations to the GoFundMe, then I can put more towards it and bring it down faster. And I still have follow-ups and all that good stuff. So, hi, Donna. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm trying to do. I'm so stressed. And I just had my surgery yesterday, my bladder surgery. So, yeah, he could. The store is across the street, the Walmart. But the problem is we don't even have $1. We had $20 this morning, and we had to put gas in the car because it was on 4th of a tank empty. So we had to put the last $20 we had to our name in gas. So we don't even have enough to buy a can of biscuits that are 2 something or 3 something. We don't even have enough for a can of biscuits. We've maxed out. So with that being said, I was going to try to cut these biscuits with scissors, with kitchen scissors. Let me, oops. See if it doesn't work, then yes, I will put them in the microwave. It's not working so well. Yes, I'm going to do your idea, Donna. I am going to put them in the microwave for. How long you think I should defrost them in the microwave, Donna? How long you think? I keep closing out my comments and then re-bringing them up because that's the only way it refreshes it and lets me. Now, I'm trying to hurry up here because I got to get going with everything. I got to get the chicken shredded, which it's done, so I turned it off. It was on warm. Turned it off. So let me see. Time defrost. I went with 2 minutes. We'll see. So let me get my bowl out. And I've got to be careful because I'm hurting, and bending over is like hurting my lower parts, my legs, my hips, and everything else. So I'm trying to be careful. I could have said I wasn't cooking and I could have been arrested, but I just wanted to cook for you guys. Okay? So, I'm sorry. So, right now, I'm going to put the chicken in here. Put the chicken in here. Let me see. Nobody's on YouTube. So, but I am in a lot of pain. So if I'm walking slow. All right, so turn this off. Because I didn't post anything about that because I was just doing it to cook the chicken. Okay, where'd my fork go? All right, I'm going to put the chicken in here. I'm going to use the hand mixer to break it up. I could use a regular, my 2 big forks I have. Because this is so soft that it cooks, that it shreds quickly. I don't even need the hand mixer. But I prefer it because it'll get it more finely. Sometimes it ends up leaving chunks when I use forks. So. Okay. And it looks like very little chicken compared to this huge bowl. But I'm going to be adding a lot of other stuff to it. And I want to have room to be able to stir it without it falling out of the... And I'm going to save this chicken broth in case I want to add it to a little bit for flavor to the bowl before I put it in the... Okay. Okay. So there's the chicken. All right, back up. It's so crowded over here. Okay. All right, it's not hot in here. All right, let's see. All right, put them in for 2 minutes. Let's see how that goes. They're kind of soft on top. Yes. They're soft enough to cut. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's not that my husband will go. He will go to the store across the street if I forget something. It's not the first time that I forgot something or didn't have enough of something. He will go across the street because it's across the street Walmart. So he'll just take the car over there and go in there and grab me some biscuits. Not a problem. But when you don't have even $3 to get a can of biscuits, then, But I'm lucky I remembered I had frozen biscuits. But then I was like, oh my gosh, they're frozen. But I'm using 8 because a 12-ounce can is usually 8 biscuits. So when they cook it, because I usually cook them in the toaster oven, they don't puff. It says Grand's biscuits, but they don't puff up enough. I'm trying to look. Once I mix up, if I don't think it's enough biscuits, then I can grab a few more. Okay? I can grab a few more. What do I do with it? I always try to keep a paper towel around so I can wipe my hands if I get stuff on them. Okay, if I miss let me know if I miss a comment. I keep refreshing it every few minutes so I can see any new comments come up, Donna. Well, it worked. Here's what it looks like. And it made it soft enough to cut it. I know, right? Because I had the pizza crust that I need for another recipe that I'm making Monday. And I grabbed cornbread. It's cornbread. It's something I found. I think I had it once. It's cornbread swirls. Cornbread swirls. Every time I show it on my computer screen, they can see the words just right. But when I show it on here, it's upside down. But cornbread swirls. So I don't know. I guess I thought I had the biscuits. I had 2 cans of whatever. So I guess I checked it off on my list. I don't know. My bad. Okay. So now, I didn't really want to dirty it up, but we're going to go for it. Okay. Wait a minute. Let me close this up. All right. My phone's charged at 75%. It died when I was talking to my brother. So I had to go charge it while I'm in the kitchen, but I want to unplug it. I need this plug to plug in this hand mixer. So let's do this. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Jazzy. I stepped on my dog. That's what they did for being in my way. But I'm glad I don't have to use the big frying pan or any pan. Just my casserole dish, but okay. So here we go. Oh, let me put these in. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot about the bacon. See? I didn't take it out right away. Actually, it's not burnt. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. So let me get this out the way. This knife is dirty. Oh, no, not knife. Scissors. Okay. So let me turn bake. Oops, mine is. Bringing it back down to 350 so it can start cooling down. That's what the casserole's got to go in. And until I get this pan out of my way, this plate out of my way, then I'll bring out the casserole dish because I don't have room to set it somewhere. So, okay. So we are going to start off by shredding this chicken. Oh, my phone keeps doing it, okay? We're going to shred it. I'm going to do it a little bit right here in front of y'all. I'm going to start out with, and it doesn't look like a lot of chicken. If I don't think it's enough, then I'll add in some of the canned chicken. I have 2 canned chickens. No, I want it at 1. You get it at 2. You probably can see the steam coming from the bowl. Okay. My dog, Jazzy, my puppy, she's standing in the bedroom door, which is right across from the kitchen. Barking because she hears me. Brownie's just standing there staring at me because they smell chicken. Jazzy, be quiet. And as soon as I finish shredding this up, I'll refresh the comments to see if anybody said anything. There was one piece that wants to keep skipping. Okay. It's good enough. Now I'm going to just leave it in here for a minute. Let's see. You try it? Want to try it? Okay. I'm just making sure it's all perfect. Okay. Let's go back here. My recipe kind of closed up. All right. Now we need the soup. So the 2 cream of chickens, I got them right here. We're going to pop them in. I'm going to get a spoon so I can scrape it out. First, I want to get, I'll just use, where'd that fork go? This is the fork I was just poking the chicken with earlier to see if it was soft. And so it'll probably be my fork. I'm going to get, I got to get some paper towels. Put it on the plate. Let me get the bacon off so it can start draining. And then once I get everything mixed up, it'll hopefully be a little cool down. See, I did that so I can bring that part over top the bacon and press down on it to squeeze out some of the, because I usually buy select the size paper towels. The last 2 times I bought just a whole And I'd rather have select the size because I can take 2 of them if I need more pieces, but I don't need a whole big piece. I can just take one little small piece, but okay. Oh, alrighty. So let me put this. Trying to pat it down. Keep it covered. Yes, guys. Once it cools off, I'll give you a piece. Each one piece, okay? And I'll let Daddy have a piece, and then I'll take the scissors because all they got is the biscuit thing on it, so I can rinse it and I'll cut them up. Okay? So they're over there cooling off, and all right, now we need. Where's my paper towel? I just want to wipe. Do you wipe, Donna? Do you wipe the top of your cans? I do because sometimes they have dirt or dust on them, and I don't want it to get into. I don't want it to get into my whatever's in the can. Okay? So I'm gonna open them both, and then we're gonna go for it. All right, I'm gonna try to dump them both in there. Let me see, is that enough chicken? Because I want to shred the other canned chicken if I can. Well, when it's shredded, it looks like a lot more. Okay, guys, so let's eject that. See? Okay, I keep looking on my YouTube. Nobody hardly comes on there. But I got a friend of mine. The only friend that sent me the $20 in the GoFundMe. Well, we've known each other since high school. She sometimes comes on YouTube instead of Facebook, so I'm kind of shaking both cans in. It didn't all come out, so let me grab my spoon. You know, I keep saying I'm going to do it. I want to do it, and I do want to do it, but I just don't. That I should take some ingredients and not say, oh, I have chicken, this and this and this ingredient, and look it up on Google and see what they suggest I make. I did that once, but I want to take some ingredients and put them together myself. Make sure I write down how much I use of everything, and then taste it, see if it comes out good. If it doesn't come out good, that's fine. It's just trying my own thing so I can maybe make some of my own recipes. I mean, this, I don't know where this came from, but somebody had to have made it up at the beginning. Whether or not you find this recipe, I find several recipes, the same recipe. When I look at, like, let's say I can't find a recipe on Facebook, or I lost the recipe I saved. I can't find it, right? Well, I look for it on Google, and I find it, but I find it by several different people, and I have to choose. Who do I want to use it by? You know, I find it by several different websites or several different Cooking with Jen or whatever, you know, but I'm just saying. You know, I find it by several different people. You never know who was the first one who actually came up with that recipe. Somebody did it, you know, and somebody could find it on Google by me. It probably won't, but I'm just saying. But it doesn't mean I was the first one to make it. You know what I mean? So, okay. So I got that in there. Now let's see. Oh, my phone went out. Let's see. Okay. Soup, sour cream, 1 cup of shrimp. So what I may do is use like half a cup of Colby Jack and half a cup of shredded. And same thing when I put it on top. Now, I don't know if you were here for it, Donna, but okay, I refreshed it. All right, good. All right, I refreshed the comments and I saw you're good. Every time I clear my, it feels like I'm talking. I don't know if you can see my voice is different. Like I'm talking, like I'm losing my voice, and like, but every time I go to clear it, like, you know, when your voice feels like you need to go. But every time I do that, I feel like right in the middle of my stomach. I feel this pain and it's going like this because I feel pain in my hips, my butt, down my legs. And that's ever since well, I've already had pain everywhere. But in my hips and butt, it's not always. But yeah, since the surgery, they say it can hurt other places. But it's just crazy. Okay, so, and bending over is not so easy. So I'm going to, not Mexican cheese, mozzarella and Parmesan. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to use part Colby Jack and part mild cheddar. Now, Colby Jack is Colby and Monterey Jack, so mixed together in a bag. So, Colby and Monterey Jack and that. Okay, it's the HEB brand, and their brand is really good. I don't like the Walmart brand cheese because I have to buy it when I have to get cheese at Walmart. But I mean, it's not nasty tasting. It's just, I don't know. Okay, so let's get it. Sour cream, we need 1.5 cups of sour cream. 1.5 cups. So is this the only one? No. I know I'm going to need it. We bought some more sour cream, thank goodness. Here it is. Okay, let me use the rest of the... And the spoon that I used to scrape out the cream of chicken I'm going to use for the sour cream because I just rinsed it and I'm just drying it. That ain't going to hurt. Okay, so I'm going to use, since it's 1.5 cups, instead of dirtying up a full cup and then 1/2 cup, I'm going to just do this 3 times to make 1.5 cups. All right, let's stir it up with all this liquid. Do you have any idea how this liquid gets into this sour? It doesn't in everybody. Just keeping it pretty, you got liquid on the top. Sometimes I dump it. Sometimes I just mix it in. My damn phone. Okay. I'm thinking there might be enough for the first 1/2 cup and maybe part of the second 1/2 cup. We'll see. Alrighty, so yes, I've got 1/2 cup. Sorry if you can't see me all the way. My bowl is over here on the side. Okay. Okay, guys. Don't worry about me. If I wouldn't do half the stuff I do in here if I was having company. Okay. So let me get the last of this out. It'll probably be part of, like maybe 1/4 cup, if that. But no wasting. No wasting. All right, that's the end of that. Alrighty. £3. That's a huge one. Because we use a lot of sour cream in here. First of all, we always buy taquitos, so we use it for that. I use it for some recipes. We like to dip stuff in them. We get we have some mini tacos. we usually get from Sam's. The mini tacos, we dip them in sour cream and salsa. So my dogs like to lick the sour cream off the paper I pull off. Brownie usually does, but I don't know why she was afraid to do it. She's like running away. She loves sour cream. They love sour cream and cream cheese. Okay. So, now make big scoops. Okay. Probably way too much. All right. So that's a cup. Now, one more half a cup and then that's it. All right, so that's it. Get it all in there. Okay. Put that down there. My screen keeps jumping around. Okay. So now, 1 cup of grated cheese, because it's 1 cup and then another cup at the end. But remember, don't put both cups in there because once you mix it all up, it wants you to put the other cup right on top. But if you do that, when you dump it into the casserole dish, the cheese on top is going to end up at the bottom. So I'm going to put all of it into the casserole and then I'll top it with the last cup of cheese. Okay? All right. Okay. All right, so I want to use half of Colby Jack, and then I want to use half of cheddar. Okay? And then I'm going to do the same on top. But I like to mix cheese up. Like, I would like to take if I'm going to do it on top, I like to take the Colby Jack and shred it, and mozzarella, and cheddar cheese and mix it together so it'll be integrated. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm just like that. Okay. So that's that. Okay. So now, and then the ranch and bacon. So ranch is 2 tablespoons. Because 3 tablespoons make 1 packet of ranch. So if I was using a packet, I'd probably dump the whole packet in. But we are going to use, my son's supposed to come over, so not to eat, to do some laundry, but he can taste this. He doesn't like ranch in it. I should have never told him there was going to be ranch in here. He likes ranch, but not in. Just a little bit more. I should have never. Okay. So now, and the bacon. Once I get the bacon in there, I will mix it all up. I have this spoon ready. And then once I get it all mixed up, then I'm going to dump the biscuits in there. Then toss it around again, and then dump it into the casserole dish, okay? All right, so once I dump the biscuits in there, I can get rid of this plate, and I can bring the casserole dish out. So, all right, so I'm going to put the sour cream away. Okay. All right, so let me get this spoon. And I'm going to kind of hold it here so you guys can see me. Okay. Yeah, my back is starting to hurt too. But I'm going to bring a chair in here to sit on while it's cooking for 25 minutes in the oven. See, it looks like mush. But it's okay. It does look like you could use more chicken. I mean, I could put a can of the chicken in here if I wanted. Do I want to? Yeah, I might put one can of. Let me see. It's not going to be like totally shredded up. Like, no, I have 3 cans. I thought I had 2. It's Sam's brand, but it's chunk chicken. Excuse me, guys. Y'all guys are all in the way. Let me see. I'm trying to drain it, but when you have a pull lid, it's hard. Okay. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it up with a spoon. Like you break up tuna. Where you put. Okay. Okay. So that's all good. We are going to dump the biscuits. They are really soft. Like pliable, kind of like. So I want to hurry up and get them in the oven, but. Okay. All right. So let's mix it up. Not like I want to be mixing up dough. I want to get it all mixed up into here. Okay. So, kind of get it right there. All right, guys. So let's get out my casserole. Keep the lid in there. Don't need it. My casserole. Okay. It's avocado oil. All right. Lightly spray it. Sorry, guys. My lower back is like. Okay, let's get it in here. And I will refresh the comments, guys. So if anybody new came on or if you made a comment, Donna, I hope you're still on here. And then while it's cooking too, I want to rinse some of these dishes that I have not rinsed. Okay, I've just been putting them on here. All right. Okay, give it a second and it should refresh. Okay. You have a good evening, rest of your evening. Hopefully you heard that. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye, Donna. You probably said that a while ago. I know. All righty. So it's all on here. Granted, this is what it looks like. That's kind of look like mush. But that is cream of chicken, the biscuits, the chicken, 2 cans of cream of chicken, the biscuits. Oh, I forgot to mix the bacon in here. I was supposed to do that in the bowl. Okay, I'm going to put it right on top and then I'm going to stir it up. Okay, guys? That's what I'm going to do. Okay, guys? I'm going to take the scissors. We are going to do this. They're not that hot? Okay. I'm cutting them up. I don't know why I keep moving my mouth while I'm cutting these up. Oh, I said I was going to give my dog a piece. I didn't, because I didn't eat all of it. Jazzy? You want a piece, babe?
No.
Huh?
No.
A bacon? Okay, just asking. It tastes good. I know this is definitely going to be more than a fourth of a cup because it asked for a fourth of a cup. I'm sorry because it feels like I got to clear my throat. And as soon as I do that, it still sounds like I need to clear my throat, but it's not clearing. It's just every time I try to clear my throat real hard like that, it sends a pain through my middle of my stomach, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Like when I try to clear my throat, like there's a sharp pains that go through my middle of my whole stomach, babe, my whole stomach. I don't know why. They didn't say anything about that. It doesn't say anything about that on the paper either. It just says like if you get blood clots or heavy bleeding, to call your doctor or come back to the emergency room. Which I said, if it's during business hours, I'll call the doctor. If it's after hours, I'll go straight to the hospital that I had the surgery at, which is not far from us. It's in the medical center that we live in. Okay. I used to cut bacon up with a knife. I kind of realized that it's much easier. Or I could have took the bacon and cut it up raw and cooked it in a pan. Mm-hmm. But I like to be doing other stuff instead of worrying about stirring the bacon. You know? Okay. Alrighty. So that's that. Guys, Brownie and Jazzy. Brown. Jazzy.
Give him a bone.
Huh?
I gave him a bone.
Well, he gave him a bone. So I ain't worried about it. By the time they come back over here, we're done with that bone, it's going to be gone. Okay? Since I forgot to add the bacon, I'm going to have to stir it while it's in the casserole dish. Okay? All right. All right, where did I do with the spoon? All right. So now my hand is greasy, kind of. So I'm going to stir it while it's in the casserole dish, which is hard. It was easier in that bowl. But I'm not going to dump it all back in the bowl just to stir it. And then I'll flatten it out again. And then we'll mix the cheese, the two cheeses together. And we'll mix the two cheeses together that I want. Sorry, I was trying to reconnect. Too late, guys. I already put it in here. Go away. Sorry, just trying to get some off. Now, I'm going to spread it out again. I probably could have used a few more biscuits. I guess the biscuits are not as big as the grain. I don't know. But it's okay. We'll see. Okay? Get all the excess off the spoon. All right. All right. So now, I am going to get bowl like this. I'm going to dump about half a cup of cheese. That means not a full hand. Okay, that's enough. Close up that cheese. And another half a cup of Colby Jack. All right, so my recipe went out. I'm going to bring it back up. Okay, there we go. So let's mix these two cheeses together. Okay, now sprinkle it on top.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I got it all sprinkled on top. Okay. Let you guys on Facebook see this. Okay. Alrighty, see that? Alrighty. So, YouTube, there you go. I know it's very blurry, but I will be posting pictures. But yes, maybe that's better. Which, that's straining my back. I should not have lifted that. Even lifting this casserole dish is straining my back. So probably it's too heavy to put in the oven, but I'm going to put it in the oven anyways. Because I don't hear anybody else coming. So I'm going to do it. Okay? You ready, guys? It's time to go in the oven for 25 to 35. We're going to start out at 25. Okay? Alrighty. So let's go. Oh, shoot. I was going to pour a little bit of the chicken broth that I cooked with the chicken on top of this, but it's okay. All right. So we're good. Okay. Timer. My phone keeps. All right. So it's timed on 25. Let's refresh the comments in case anybody new came on. Okay. So I'm just lifting this up because I had it on the thing. Okay. While it's in the oven, since nothing you need to see, just me. Oh. Sorry, guys. It kind of came out. All right. So while we're waiting, let me unplug this. Let's get this out the way. I'm going to just put it right here for now. Because I want to rinse some dishes. I'm not going to wash any right now. But I do want to rinse. Just to get some out of this sink so I can, if I have to use that sink for something else. So. I don't know why. I'm just rinsing this wooden spoon. And I'm going to put it to the side because we're going to use it to scoop out. I'm just rinsing this stuff off it. My phone is doing that again. Okay, I'll lay it right up here. Alrighty, guys. I'm trying to get the water hot. It hasn't. Because this plate is greasy. Now the water is getting hot here. All right. Trying not to get it on my computer because it's right by the sink. Because, I don't need something else that's broken and I need to try to figure out how to buy. I need to replace my phone. I need to fight with this credit card about stuff and these people for my surgery bill, but they took 100, but it was supposed to be 364. They weren't that happy, but they get what they get. So I can't do nothing about it. I can't pull money from somewhere there ain't. As you know what I mean. Okay. Chicken awesome. Okay, guys. As soon as I'm done rinsing, I will refresh. Yes, I did get some water on the computer. It was right here on the flat part, but when I tried to move it, it kind of... I'm sorry, YouTube. Let me try to get back to where I was. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys.